All right, guys, I'm back. It's May 2nd, and I got my favorite hot better matchups coming up. But before we do, you know what we got to do? We got to recap yesterday. Oh, geez, parlay busted. What are you doing, Lindor? Gosh, at least you had an excuse last time. You got pegged in the back twice by a pitch, and then you got pinched hit for. You don't got no excuses this time. You just were bad. And Contreras, oh, geez, you're not off the hook either. Oh, man. Unbelievable. It's so disappointing, but the opportunity to take a disappointment and use it to make a positive is exactly the way you want to do that in life. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to do sometimes, but you could be sad, you could be mad, or you can get better at what you do, okay? And you can look at things a little differently that you wouldn't normally look at when things are going great, okay? And ultimately, some of the worst failures can turn out to be long-term successes. And I think I have an opportunity here that I'm going to bring to the table for you guys that could help us long-term. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise. We could have won today and it would have been great, but it would have all been forgotten. But because of this, I have something that I want to bring to the table that ultimately could make us more successful long-term. So there you go. All right, before we get to these plays, I want to introduce, or actually reintroduce, this concept right here. We used this early in the season and we were lights out with hitting these parlays and players. So this idea of looking at the launch angle sweet spot percentage. So what is that? It's a batted ball event with a launch angle between 8 and 32 degrees. What's the significance of being in that range? It produces the highest batting averages. So if you're hitting the ball off the bat at a high percentage of times between 8 and 32 degrees, you have the greatest opportunity to record a hit as a batter. So we're going to look at this a lot more when selecting these players, okay? Players that have a high launch angle sweet spot is more the players we want to target. And it would also be good if the pitcher they're going up allows a large percentage of this also. It kind of goes hand in hand. A batter that can stay in these ranges very often throughout the season, and then a pitcher who allows batters to be in this range right here. So this is what we're going to kind of focus on. I'm going to look at this a lot more with these matchups to bring hopefully the best of the best opportunities for us. Okay, let's get right to these matchups. All right, first matchup, Aaron Judge versus Ryan Pepio. You can see Pepio pitch arsenal in the middle of the screen right there. He's basically a three-pitch pitcher, and he favors that four-seam fastball 41% of the time. You can see Aaron Judge, he's just crushing the four-seam fastball all year at a 381 rate, 21 at-bats, 8 hits, a home run off that pitch. Then you see Pepio giving it up. It's horrible. He's giving this up at a 391 batting average. You got to love it. 23 at-bats, 9 hits, a home run surrendered to this pitch. Moving on the slider, Judge, okay, a 182 batting average, just a smaller sample size, just 11 at-bats, 2 hits. That's one more hit, the other way. This isn't looking so bad. So it's more of a smaller sample size, so we can give it a pass. When you look at Pepio, a 333 batting average given up on this pitch, 24 at-bats, 8 hits, and 3 home runs given up on his slider. So I'm loving this opportunity so far. Then the changeup he throws about 23% of the time. Judge, a 375 batting average, 8 at-bat, 3 hit performance this year. And then Pepio, a 174 batting average, 23 at-bats, 4 hits. Okay, so there's a little bit of history between these two. Judge, 6 at-bats, 2 hits, a 333 off of Pepio. And Judge currently, we want hot players, don't we? You can't get much hotter than an 11-game hitting streak. Okay, I talked about that launch angle sweet spot, and I have it right on the bottom of the screen right there. So, Aaron Judge, he has a 40.4% launch angle sweet spot, which ranks number 145 in the league. It's absolutely amazing percentage that he's hitting at. So, like I said, I want to focus more on this and identify the opportunities where the batters are doing what you need them to do to get hits, right? It's scientifically proven what the MLB says. You want to get a hit, you stay with that sweet spot range of 8 to 32 degrees. Now, you look at Pepio, he has a 36% launch angle sweet spot given up. So that would rank 133 worst of 371. So it kind of meshes together. He's a pitcher that's going to give up these ranges, and you got a batter and Judge who consistently hits in these ranges. It just, in theory, helps us identify the batter, like in Judge for today, that has an even greater chance of recording hit than just looking at the pitch arsenal and how they do, okay? So there you go. It's the first one right here. Next matchup, Jiren Duran versus Joe Ryan. Another 3-pitch pitcher here. Ryan favors his number one pitch, the four-seam fastball, about 61% of the time. And Duran, a .294 batting average, 34 at-bats, 10 hits, and 2 home runs to that pitch. And Ryan, he gives his pitch up at a .257 batting average and 2 home runs on the year. And then the split finger, about 25% of the time he throws it. Duran, a .500 batting average, just 8 at-bats, 4 hits. But Joe Ryan gives this one up at over .300 batting average. You got to love that. 13 at-bats, 4 hits. And then the sweeper, Duran, just 1 at-bat. And then Joe Ryan also, just 3 at-bats. So this ball probably is going to play much into this matchup here. So when you look at the matchup between these two, just going back to the last 2 games, 5 at-bats, 2 hits, a home run, a .400 batting average for Duran off of Joe Ryan. Duran's hot right now, too. He's recorded at least a hit in 15 of his last 16 games. And then again, we'll talk about the launch angle sweet spot. You can see Duran, a 40.4%, which ranks him number 87 of 263, which is top third of the league. That's exactly what we're looking for. We want players to have the best opportunity to hit. You got to be doing hitter things, right? You got to be hitting that ball. And he's consistently, all season long, getting in that sweet spot launch angle. You got to love it. On Joe Ryan's end, he's been giving it up at a 33.7%. Okay, so that ranks him 184 of 371, which puts him right at the about average. So no significant situation either way here. So I love this opportunity for Jiren Duran. All right, before we get to the next matchup, if you could be so nice to hit that like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that already. And also, we need a little bit of W going on in that comment section. We need to start winning, baby. So help us out. Put that in there. It helps the algorithm push it out to more people. So hopefully they can find the channel and have a bunch of fun, okay? Also, just want to say there's a free Discord link in the description where, you can go in. There's thousands of people in there sharing all sorts of stuff regarding MLB, NBA, and much, much more. So give it a look. Our next matchup, Bobby Witt Jr. versus Dean Kramer. You can see Kramer's pitch arsenal, 4-pitch pitcher, essentially. And he throws the cutter about 37% of the time. Witt Jr., a .455 batting average to that pitch, while Kramer's giving this pitch up at a .333 rate, a home run on that pitch. So that pitch right there, I'm absolutely loving. Throw it as much as you can, baby, as much as you want. Hopefully it's a lot. And then the sinker next, 27% of the time. Witt Jr., a .400 batting average. And then Dean Kramer, albeit a small sample size, 8 at-bats, 4 hits, a .500 batting average surrendered to this pitch, a home run also. And then the four-seam fastball. This is a little bit of a wild card here. Bobby Witt Jr., just a .143 batting average. Just hasn't been so good with the four-seam fastball this year, but it's okay. We'll see in a little bit. Let's just say he's on a 21-game hit streak. So, and he's been seeing a lot of pitchers lately who their number one pitch has been the four-seam fastball, and he's still been getting hits. This one is just about 23% of the time. You can see Dean Kramer, very good pitching this pitch. Only a .091 batting average, small sample size, 11 at-bats, 1 hit. And then the curveball, about 7% of the time. Witt Jr. is crushing this one at a .750 rate with a home run, just 4 at-bats, 3 hits. And Kramer, a very pedestrian, .250 batting average, given up to hittable pitch. So there is history between the two. Bobby Witt Jr., 11 at-bats, 4 hits, a home run, a .364 batting average versus Kramer. And like I said, Witt's on a 21-game hit streak, okay? And this is where, we're adding in these launch angle sweet spots. So everything looks wonderful. 21-game hit streak, that's better than any other player I just recommended. That versus the pitcher, that batting average historically, pretty good. And look at the pitches right here. A .400 batting average on his top 2. I mean, this is perfect. But this is where the launch angle sweet spot, we'll see. Only time will tell. And maybe we'll track this going forward. But in this situation, this could be an indicator of why this matchup might be something we want to kind of pause. And maybe the other two batters might be better plays. Like I said, only time will tell. So launch angle sweet spot for Bobby Witt Jr., only 34%. That's he's about like middle of the road right now. I mean, everything else looks good. Like I said, the hit streak and all the stuff. But if you peel back a little bit more, you might be like, wow, okay, there's some kind of situation here. Maybe is he getting lucky on this 21 game hit streak? Like, because the bottom line is with that sweet spot, launch angle sweet spot, that tells you if you're in those ranges, you're going to have a high propensity to get a hit. So he's hitting, not necessarily excelling in the launch angles you want him to be in. Okay, so I just want to kind of point that out. So just middle of the road. And then on top of it, Dean Kramer, his launch angle sweet spot, just 32.4, which is measurably above average relative to other pitchers. So is this something that we can use to our advantage and track going forward and kind of break down how successful some of these batters can be when we kind of can put them in a bucket, so to speak, of, okay, this batter is really good at the sweet spot versus a pitcher who's bad, or a good batter versus a average pitcher. And then in this situation, an average batter versus a pitcher who excels, so to speak, in terms of this. So this is something, this extra little wrinkle that we're going to kind of introduce on a daily basis going forward to help us give us an edge going forward. So there you go. All we got left to do is the other hot batter matchups. So let's get right to that. All right, here they are. We got a bunch of them, but we only want the batter versus pitcher historical matchup where the batter has at least a 300 batting average versus the pitcher. And then the batter's got to be hot right now. What are you doing? You got to be hitting. That's the number one thing. If you ain't hitting, we don't want no part of you, okay? So first up, Trey Turner versus Kelly. 19 at-bats, 8 hits, a home run, a 421 batting average. Trey Turner has recorded a hit in 9 of his last 13 games. And I'm taping this about the same time the Philadelphia game is starting. So it's not going to reflect anything that happened on May 1st, okay? Next up, Marcus Semien versus Wu. 11 at-bats, 5 hits, a home run, a 455 batting average. Semien currently is on a 6-game hitting streak. Then you got Seiya Suzuki versus Priester. A 667 batting average, small sample size. But Suzuki has recorded a hit in 12 of the last 16 games. And then the guy right there, Francisco Lindor. Thanks for nothing against Gray. 6 at-bats, 2 hits, a home run, a 333 batting average. And Lindor, 23 games with a hit in the last 28. And every one we play, he doesn't get a hit. Oh, man. Anthony Volpe versus Pepio. 500 batting average, small sample size. Volpe has recorded a hit in 9 of his last 11 games. Then you got Julio Rodriguez versus Leiter. You can see right there, a 400 batting average, small sample size. 7 of 8 games with a hit. And then you got Alex Bregman versus Joe Ryan. 13 at-bats, 6 hits, a home run, a 462 batting average. Bregman's currently on a 10-game hitting streak, okay? He just hit a home run for me on the other channel. So can you do it again? Because I got you for him. I got Bregman for a home run on May 1st. Can you do it for me? I need to do it 2 days in a row for me. That'd be absolutely nice. And then we got Carlos Correa versus Bello. 400 batting average, small sample size, but Correa, 6 of 7 games with a hit. So there you go. There's the other good batter matchups to consider, and that's about it. Just wanted to say you guys are the best, man. I absolutely love you. You guys spread all the love in the comment section. It's much appreciated, and I'll just talk to you guys tomorrow.